Hi everyone, welcome to week 4 of my 50k ultra marathon training. I began this week with a lovely 5.5 mile run along the ocean. It actually had a little bit of elevation, not much considering it was 5.5 miles, but there you go. I was happy with this pace, nice and steady. And yeah, it was a good start for the mileage this week. And now had a rest day on Monday, and I'll show you Tuesday. I'm just doing a couple of easy miles this morning. I've got the Metcon workout. I've learnt my lesson from doing the hill reps 2 weeks ago, where I irritated my ankle. So just keeping it pretty flat and pretty easy. So I didn't film Tuesday's Metcon workout, but it was 2 circuits. Everything was 3 rounds, and these were some of the exercises. I'm doing 4 miles this morning. It's supposed to be about 5 to 6 on the rate of perceived exertion. I'm not sure I'm going to be doing that, but give it a go. Listening to Megan Gould's podcast, She Runs Ultras, about elevation gain. No hills, no excuses. So we're getting some useful information. When I get home, I really need to go look at the course and see if I can figure out how that 5,000 to 6,000 feet of elevation, how that maps out throughout the course, and then go look at the runs that I've already done and see what elevation gain, what elevation loss I'm getting on those, and see how much more I need to be doing, how much I'm getting already on my runs. It's actually really useful to listen to that podcast. It's very sensible, very practical. I really need to sit down and do that. I'm enjoying this run. I'm not going that fast, but putting a little bit more effort in and not worrying about which zone my heart rate's in. So after my run this morning and listening to the She Runs Ultras podcast, I thought it's a good idea. I should really research the elevation gain and elevation loss to find out exactly what I'm getting myself into. So on the Stump Jump 50k website, you can go and check out exactly each section of the course, what the elevation gain or the elevation loss is, and the gradient of the hills. So I went through and I broke down for each section the elevation loss, the elevation gain, and the gradient. And then I went and compared it to the runs that I've already done to see what I need to be doing. It's definitely been a wake-up call. I'll show you. Here's an overview of the profile of the course and a map of the route. Give you an idea. This is Ultra Kraut Running's recording of the race from a couple of years ago. And it's interesting because you can see just how sort of technical some of this trail is. I've then broken it down and you can see, for example, 1 mile, 150 feet change in elevation. 400 elevation change in 1 mile. 300 feet in 1 mile. and 400 feet in 1 mile, which is a big change to what I have been doing. I'll show you my elevation change in a minute. But it's interesting how some of these are actually switchbacks. When you look at the gradient and the elevation change, it's a bit scary, but I think sometimes it's actually switchbacks, so it is runnable. And here's one of my 3-mile runs, 400 feet, descent 272, ascent in 3 miles, 4.7 miles. It's just not much elevation change, but it's not nothing. It's worth working on these hill reps is what I've realised. I need to get back to that. I'm just driving back from my weightlifting workout. Did 4 rounds of 8 reps, some front squats, some Romanian deadlifts, then lunges with the barbell. And some cleans, all with the barbell. And then after that, a bit of a circuit with some sandbag throws, sandbag carries, and then some core work. It was good. Kind of sweatier than normal. I feel like the Thursday kind of weightlifting is usually a bit more relaxed. This felt quite tough. I filmed a little bit with my camera. Sorry, not with my camera, with my phone. Everybody's been away, so I felt comfortable filming before with the GoPro, and now everybody's back. I feel a little bit more awkward. Now it's nice to have everybody back. I'm in my 2nd mile of my first long run of the weekend. Started out a little bit late, it's a little bit sunny, and I forgot to bring sunscreen because it looked like it was going to be cloudy. Big mistake. I've been trying to stay in the shade, but I've kind of run out of that now, so let's see how it goes. It's a nice breeze, so if it wasn't for worrying about the sun, it would be fine. I'm just happy to be out here. I thought this run might not happen today, so I'm happy to be getting the miles done. I think this might be the winds from the outskirts of Hurricane Melissa. It seems to be doing stuff with all the weather in the whole of the Caribbean at the moment. Luckily, expected to come too close. It's really wild now. I wanted the sun to go. I didn't really want this. Okay, I'm just over 4 miles in. So I just finished 7 miles. It was good. Had about every weather. I feel like I've really been out in the elements. You can probably tell by my hair. Had some sun, heat that I was trying to avoid. Then some crazy wind. And then pretty heavy downpours. But glad I got it done. A little bit late this morning. The training plan that I'm trying to follow called for 9 miles today and then 4 miles tomorrow. And I felt like 9 miles would be a bit of a jump with the runs that I've been doing in the last couple of weeks. So I decided to do 7 today and then aim for 6 tomorrow, depending on how my ankle feels. Feels okay at the moment, but I was definitely aware of it on that run. And I'd really like to get some hill reps back in the training plan next week. So I don't want to push it and overdo it on these flat long miles. So that might be it for my training this week. I'll catch up with you next time.